you're tuning into this video, you're probably interested to start selling on Amazon here in 2023. Now, I've been selling on Amazon for close to 5 years now. I've been doing online and digital marketing for the past 6 years, and I can confidently say that Amazon is hands down the best business model to get into if you're looking to start some form of online business. In this video today, I'm gonna break down exactly everything that you need to know as a beginner to give you a lot of confidence to be able to use Amazon as your platform so that you can become a millionaire. The first thing that you guys need to understand is that there are two different methods of selling on Amazon. One is called Amazon FBA, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, and the other one is called Amazon FBM, which is Fulfilled by Merchant. I'm gonna go into detail here in regards to breaking down the two differences, as well as my recommendation in regards to which one that I prefer. So first of all, Fulfilled by Amazon. Fulfilled by Amazon is exactly how it sounds. What you're pretty much doing at this point is you're buying your product in some form or fashion, depending on the model that you've chosen, okay? And you're storing your product directly within Amazon's warehouse. From there, once an order is made, Amazon is gonna go ahead and fulfill that product for you. FBM. FBM again stands for Fulfilled by Merchant, and it's exactly how it sounds. It pretty much means that this merchant is listing their product on Amazon as a search engine in order to increase their sales channels. And then from there, once an order is made, they're actually gonna go ahead and ship that out. Think about Nike. Nike posts their products directly onto Amazon, but they don't actually store their inventory there. Why? Because they have a big distribution network themselves that they can go ahead and actually handle and have fast shipping times. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can actually identify if a seller on Amazon is actually going to be fulfilled by Amazon or fulfilled by a merchant. So if you quickly scroll onto the search engine results page, what you're going to notice here is if you just go to the very bottom underneath the description that's on the specific product, you will be able to literally see fulfilled by Amazon, and it'll most likely say that the product's going to be delivered in 1 to 2 days. In that instance, you know that that product is prime shipping, and in other words, fulfilled by Amazon. Now, if you go to another listing here, what you can see is this is going to be shipped between a certain time frame and or X amount of days. Typically, when it says that, it usually means that it's fulfilled by merchant. Okay, so depending on where you're at with your online business, if you're a straight beginner and you have literally no infrastructure created, no business, no brand, then I highly recommend you getting into Amazon FBA. What Amazon FBA will do for you is literally automate probably about 75% of your business. You're gonna do the heavy lifting in terms of sourcing your product, sending it into Amazon from there, creating your listing. But after that, it's gonna deal with all of the logistical nightmares that comes with a product-based business. Everything from getting your product from point A to point B, handling shipments, stocking, and having overhead costs related to sending inventory out. Now, if you're an existing brand, someone that does already have that infrastructure, specifically a warehouse, a team to send out orders, then you can definitely entertain the FBM model because of the fact that you already have that team to do that. As a consumer, going onto Amazon, people literally search by the prime bar almost every single time. So if you're an FBM seller, you're gonna be missing out on a lot of great traffic by loyal customers because of the fact that you're not gonna have that prime badge. First things first, at the end of the day, we're building a product-based business here, meaning we need to find a product that's gonna sell. So as a private label seller, meaning I'm going ahead and finding a product that already exists, that ideally already sells well, and then I'm gonna be private labeling it. I'm gonna be putting my own brand name directly related to that so that I can create my own customer experience as opposed to mimicking something directly from China and or mimicking a competitor directly on Amazon. When you're finding a product, you can use softwares like Astro Pro as well as Helium 10 and go ahead and actually look at some of the data points. Obviously, the things that we want to look at are products that are in high demand, but ideally have low competition. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that tutorial on the screen here that goes into a lot more detail using Helium 10 specifically on how you can go ahead and find that product. After you find that product, when it comes to the private labeling aspect, you're gonna work directly with a manufacturer specifically in China. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go on Alibaba.com, which is very similar to an Amazon, but specifically for wholesale pricing, meaning you're gonna have to order a lot of inventory in order to purchase in bulk from those suppliers. But the best part is, instead of what you're paying on Amazon, let's say it's $19.99 for a garlic press, you're only paying $1 to $2 from China. So significantly, you're gonna be able to make margin when you actually list that product onto Amazon itself. what I recommend you do is you literally go ahead and blast out a message to over 50 suppliers, then dumb it down into roughly 2 to 3 suppliers so you can order samples from. Your samples are going to allow you to feel confident in moving forward with one of those 3 suppliers that you have. And then from there, you're going to place your order. Placing your order allows you to start doing some of the finer details, such as creating your listing, which I recommend the FBA Studio go ahead and do for yourself, as well as dealing with the logistical aspect of things. So not only are you going to want a third-party inspector to come in and actually inspect your product, given that you're not in China to do that yourself, they're going to send you a report that you can, again, have more confidence in being able to allow that inventory to leave China and actually be able to get that in front of customers within the marketplace that you choose to sell in. When it comes to logistics, again, the beautiful thing about Amazon is a lot of these things are automated through different services that you can hire. We're going to use a freight forwarder to literally pick up the product directly from our manufacturer's warehouse in China. It's going to put it onto a truck to a boat, and the boat back onto a truck directly into Amazon's warehouse if, of course, you are using Amazon FBA. Okay, so one of the things that I think is very, very important for you to know as a beginner is Amazon is a social proof driven market. What does that mean? Think about reviews. Think about things that you see that give you more confidence to purchase something online. We do not have that luxury of going into a retail store, potentially trying something on, playing with it, and or even just seeing it in person. That gives us a lot of confidence to actually purchase that product. So as a seller, your job to have a really good listing, hence why I recommend using a specialized studio that's really, really good at developing a listing and telling a story, so that when a customer comes onto your landing page, they feel confident in purchasing from you because of the main reason that they have all of their answers, all of their questions answered. Going back to the social proof driven part, given that it is a social proof driven market, it is very imperative that you have good reviews. I can't say this enough, but you can even put yourself in your own shoes. If you have 0 reviews and you're priced well over everybody on the market, they're not going to buy your product. Why would they? If you have a 4-star rating, a 3-star rating, and there's other products on the market that have a 5-star rating, they're not going to buy your product. Why would they? So it's very, very important they have a high quality product, but also have a very strong strategy in place in order for you to acquire reviews. I'm going to give you 2 recommendations on how you can actually go ahead and acquire reviews. Number 1 is putting an insert card directly within your package, so as soon as they open it up, they have something to look forward to. Not only does this build a better customer experience, but it gives you an avenue to actually go ahead and ask them for a review indirectly. Of course, you want to make sure that you're up to date of the Amazon's TOS, but ultimately it allows you to drive more reviews to your listing. And the second tool that I'm going to recommend to you is seller.tools, which is a automated Chrome extension that will literally automate the review requests that we have access to on the orders page directly on Seller Central. The next big recommendation that I'm going to give to you when it comes to selling on Amazon is make sure that you're building a real brand. So ideally, when it comes to private labeling, you're building a brand with an end customer in mind. When you have that end customer in mind, it's going to make your life a lot easier, but it's also going to allow you to monetize those existing customers and increase their lifetime value by selling them multiple different products that they see value in. In order to do that, and one of the first things that is not only going to allow you to build more social proof and credibility, but also give you significantly more benefits directly on Amazon that's going to help you sell more, is getting a trademark. Getting a trademark will allow you to have access to what we call the brand registry program, which gives you access to significantly more analytics, to give you access to certain different things that you can add to your listing to increase conversion and therefore add more money into your pocket. But also it creates an entity for your specific brand so that you don't have any malicious traffic coming into it, and you can go ahead and take corrective legal action as needed. All right, guys, now I'm going to talk to you about the fundamental way that you need to look at scaling your business. Scaling a product-based business, you need to very much so look at it as an investment portfolio. The more products you add, the more diversified you are, the more sustainability that you build within your actual brand. Think about it. If you have 5 products that are all bringing in $10,000 a month to get to $50,000 every single month, let's say one of those products were to flunk. At least you're still at $40,000, which is going to give you more confidence to be able to do the things that you want to do, such as quit your job, have a retirement plan, retire your parents, whatever you're looking to do with this business. Now, if you had one product that was producing $50,000 per month, and you went ahead and actually quit your job and that product flunked, you now have 0 income. So one of the secrets to winning on Amazon is launching more products and making sure that you have that product line that's related to that customer that I mentioned previously in the video. In order to acquire real estate on the Amazon platform, you need to make sure that you're tracking specific keywords that are highly converting for you. Those keywords that you convert highly for means you're making the most money for them, and you want to make sure that you're organically ranked, meaning you're not paying for a high spot directly on that search term on the search engine results page. An organic sale means if your margin, your net margin, all said and done is 30%, you're gonna get 30% directly for that. So it is imperative that you make sure that you have budget set aside for advertising on the front end, but also understand the philosophy of increasing organic rank on your highly convertible keywords so that you can eventually have a very sustainable business that's actually producing profit for you. What I recommend is you have about a 60-40% ratio, and that's something that you aim for, but ideally you get to probably 80-20. And we're talking about PPC sales, pay-per-click advertising sales to organic sales. Obviously, the higher percentage being organic sales. I hope you guys saw value in this quick little beginner's guides. Not only did I break down the model, the different things that you need to consider when it comes to launching your business, but giving you those few different tips when it comes to building social proof, as well as establishing your brand is going to help you significantly when you start your Amazon journey here in 2023.